Welcome to the Other Side Diaries. Hello and welcome. My name is Lori, and I am a spiritual intuitive who channels messages from beyond through my dreams. In this podcast series, we embark on a journey to explore the moments that bridge our world with the mysterious realm beyond. Each episode invites you to listen and reflect as I share my encounters with those who have passed, along with the insights I receive from what I refer to as God. Together, we will find comfort and understanding in the connections that transcend life itself. Remember, there's no need to fear death. It's merely a passage into another part of our journey. Today's episode, Beyond the Veil, Where I Live Now, is a testament to the excitement of moving on. Life has a way of presenting us with moments that leave us completely broken, where grief crashes over us like an unforgiving tide, dragging us beneath its depths. The loss of my nephew was one such moment for me and my family. He was a young man radiating vibrancy and intelligence, overflowing with potential, a bright life poised at the threshold of boundless opportunities. With his infectious smile and undeniable charm, he had just stepped off the stage of graduation, ready to embrace the future that lay before him. But in an instant, everything changed, and the world we once knew was forever transformed. It was now a world without him. Something that no one in the family had realized was that recreational drug use was something he and his friends had experimented with, never fully grasping the danger hidden within. Fentanyl, silent, deadly, unforgiving. Whether it was too high a dose or an unknowing encounter with this lethal substance, we will never have the full answer. What we do know is that his life was cut short in an instant, leaving our family gasping for understanding in the aftermath. The loss didn't just hurt, it tore through us, ripping apart the fabric of our small, close-knit family. There were no words, only a hollow silence where laughter and dreams once lived. After the funeral, a vivid dream of him lit up the dark parts of my mind, lifting the heavy sadness in my heart. Just his presence in the dream surrounded me like a gentle hug. It was so simple, so brief, yet so profound. I walked into my kitchen, a familiar space that grounded me in the ordinary, but what I saw was anything but mundane. My nephew and my oldest daughter were standing with their backs to me, their eyes fixed on the reflective stainless steel that lined the wall behind our stove and sink. He was leaning over my daughter's shoulder, pointing with the kind of enthusiasm a young man might have when showing off a new car. He was so excited. And she was leaning forward, genuinely looking at what he was pointing to. "It's right there, see it?" he said, his voice filled with excitement. "That's where I live now. Can you see it? Isn't it great? Right there, over that hill." I, too, at that point, strained to see what he was pointing at, trying to understand, trying to grasp the meaning of his words. It was just a dream, but it didn't feel like one. It felt real, vivid, as if, for those fleeting moments, the division between our worlds had grown thin enough for me to glimpse through. Right before the dream faded, my daughter explained, "Oh gosh, yes, I see it right here, I see it," and then it faded completely. Sometime later, my cousin, his mother, shared something that filled me with awe and wonder. She recounted a vivid dream that her son's friend had experienced. In the dream, the friend found herself standing on one side of a thick, ancient stone wall, its surface weathered and covered in moss, while my nephew was on the other side. She kept urging, "Just come here, come back. It's just a stone wall. You can jump over it." She told my cousin she just wanted him to come back to us, that the dream seemed so real that she was kind of mad he didn't just jump over it. My nephew explained to her that he couldn't cross over, that it just wasn't possible to get to the other side because the wall was in the way. However, she could. From where she stood, she could get over the wall, but he told her not to do so, not yet, that she had a lot of time. Despite being separated by a barrier, she was able to talk openly with him at the edge between their worlds. He was filled with eager excitement, frantically pointing behind him at something important, his new home. He was so thrilled to show her the place that now held all his hopes and dreams. He kept saying, I wish you could see it, but it's just over that hill," as if he wanted to share the beauty and possibilities of the life he had discovered beyond the ridge. At the time my cousin told me about the other dream, she had no idea about mine. In those early weeks after his passing, I hesitated to talk about him. I don't know if that was right or wrong. I just couldn't. The grief was too raw, the loss too heavy. But when I finally heard the story about how similar our dreams were, it hit me like a ton of bricks. That was it. That was the confirmation I needed. He had come to show us his new place, his new pad, his afterlife digs, his celestial crash spot. I could almost hear him saying, "Yo, check out my new spot. Top tier view, unlimited peace, and no rent." And just like that, I knew. He wasn't lost to us. He wasn't suffering. He was thriving in a way we couldn't yet understand, excited to show us where he was. And honestly, if you've ever lost someone and wondered if they're okay, trust me, they are. And if my nephew's enthusiasm was anything to go by, they're probably having the time of their afterlife. These were not mere dreams, they were messages, signs, proof that what we call death is not the end, but simply a transition, a doorway into something else, something real, something tangible. We are not lost when we leave this life. We are not gone. We simply step beyond into a place that for now, we can only glimpse in moments of grace. My nephew is still here, not in the way we once knew, but in a way just as real. And if we listen, if we pay attention, we will see the signs, the whispers, the dreams, the gentle nudges reminding us that love does not end, that life does not end. We simply move into a better space because beyond this world, just over that hill, they are waiting. And one day, when the time is right, we will see them again. Thank you for joining us for this episode of The Other Side Diaries. As we reflect on these profound connections that transcend life and death, remember that those we love are never truly gone. They continue to offer guidance and comfort in our darkest hours. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to our podcast and share it with others who may find solace in these tales from the other side. Until next time, hold your loved ones close and keep an open heart to the whispers of the universe, for they are the threads that weave us together in this grand tapestry of existence. Thank you for listening.